Hey everybody, and welcome to an episode of In Hindsight. It's been a while since we've done an episode, so I'll explain what In Hindsight is. In Hindsight is where I take a look at a candy that I reviewed a while back, and I sort of re-examine it once again, and see if maybe my taste has changed, or some of the reviews I've written were many, many years ago, so I barely even remember reviewing them. And just to see if maybe I thought I was crazy or something at one point when I wrote that, so I don't know. But it's sort of a look back at candies that I've already reviewed and just gonna kind of see if they still have the same sort of, see if I still have the same sort of feeling about them, or if anything's changed, or maybe sometimes the recipes change. That's actually happened where I've eaten something later on and I'm like, this is new, like there's something different about this. And I've actually redone a review and sort of said, either redone a review or said, you know, the updated version. But today I don't think that's the case, because today I'm gonna look back at Kraft caramels, or what they're called original, or caramel originals. The only reason I can think that they're called original as opposed to just caramels is because there was, for a while, there was like a chocolate version of it. So maybe that's why they're called the original, but these are just the regular caramel flavored caramel things. Few people know that these were actually designed for cooking originally, as opposed to like as a candy, but particularly for Halloween in Canada, at least. I don't know if everywhere in the world, but in Canada, they're very popular to give away on Halloween. But they're made by Kraft, and they're not pretty at all, but for some reason when you see them, if you've grown up with them, you want to eat them. My original review, I basically said that this is a classic treat. It's a Halloween classic. I'll take off my glasses so I can read better because I'm getting to be old. The classic treat is an interesting one. What few people know is that these treats were originally designed for cooking purposes, not snacking. See, I'm not lying. I even knew it back then. This probably changed over time due to the hands in the cookie dough syndrome, or what I call, you know, you stick your hand in and you eat chip. So the reason why people eat chocolate chips too. But I go on to say things that these are staple in candy stores, and they did pretty well. I mean, they're smooth. I said they were smooth. The taste was pretty high. It's got a 4.5. Texture got a 3, and novelty got a 2. So I guess it's just that they're not really, I mean, I can sort of, just by looking at it, like visually, I can tell you that they're not really that interesting looking. Like there's nothing sort of fantastic about it, but let's see if I still think they still hold up. So the one thing I'll say, I didn't mention this in this, but the wrapping is kind of not great. You do occasionally get an unwrapped one in a package, which I actually had in this bag that I got, but I guess I can't really blame them. The other thing I didn't mention in the review is this is a weird phenomenon. I don't know if they've always been like this, because I don't have an older picture of a Kraft caramel, but they have different textures or patterns on each side, and I had no idea why. It's just a mystery to me, but it doesn't really affect anything. But I probably still agree with the flavor. With a caveat. This is a weird thing. I agree with the flavor review that I gave it. It gets really nice and really caramel. I mean, it is the epitome of a caramel flavor, because it is literally just a caramel. But it takes a little bit. The first few bites are kind of rubbery, and there's not as strong a flavor, but then as things sort of start to develop in your mouth and it gets softer, the flavor explodes and it's amazing. I gave it a really low review on like a 3. I mean, that's sort of an average texture, which I guess for a caramel, it's an average texture. It's nothing like unique, but it's really chewy and it doesn't hurt the jaw. I would consider raising that up a bit maybe, but I'll leave it for now. I mean, I won't argue with past me, but it's, I don't know why I did that. Novelty wise, I mean, it's so hard. It's so good. It works so well, but it really isn't that interesting or unique. It's not novel by any stretch of the imagination. So, except that you can cook with them. I've actually tried cooking with them recently, which everything's been a huge success that way. So, but yeah, I mean, they're good. They're not anything revolutionary, but they work. Maybe improve the wrap. They used to actually say Kraft on the wrapper, but they seem to have gotten rid of that now too. So maybe better wrappers. I'd like to have a whole bar of this. I'd just bite into a big bar of this. Would be amazing. If that Kraft, if you're listening to me, I'm down with that. Maybe sell them by the sheet. That would be kind of neat. But thanks for watching another episode of In Hindsight, where we looked at the classic original Kraft caramel. As always, you can follow us on Twitter @CandyCritic, or go to candycritic.org and find links to all of our other social media, including Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, all that kind of fun stuff. You can also go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/candycritic, and there you'll find links to all kinds of bonus content and everything like that. You can also go to candycritic.org/snackfacts, and there you will find our micro comic all about the history of snacks and treats. Wow, sneets maybe, that would be call it. But yeah, you can find links to all that kind of fun stuff to our micro comic. You can buy download issues right now, or later on we're going to have physical issues, I think, and we'll be probably selling like full sets of it, and maybe even an artist edition. So be sure to check that out. But thanks for watching this latest episode of In Hindsight, and we'll see you next time. Bye.